Kahala Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone of well. I am not a member, however, I have entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this, wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. This is a quick one, and before I say anything, you see the title. Yes, it is. Yes, it was. Always has been. As the Lord liveth, this has been nothing but a lie. And I don't think there are any more heavily propagandized people on the planet than the American public. So I'm going to let her say what she got to say. I got 2 or 3 precepts, but then I figured, these are a good start, and then we'll if the Spirit allows, it'll kick out some more as we go. But I hope it doesn't reset. But here are the 3, right? Ecclesiastes, the full, pretty much all of that one. Proverbs 30 and 8, give me poverty nor riches. And then in Proverbs 4 and 7, where it says, in all that getting, get understanding. And here's the thing. Most people don't have the understanding. And really, this is specifically, I'm talking to Jacob, because you're the only ones that really matter. This was not your rest. And I think people are starting to see that. They may be awakening, and it may not be awakening to the truth, but they are awakening to lies. And it's going to further fuel the downfall of this place, because there could be a mass exodus, or there could be with the civil war that is pending. All these things are on their way, well on their way. The manufactured famines and all this other stuff, the heavy surveillance with these flock cameras and these license plate readers, and now these cameras can even they can pull your geolocation, they can pull your location, they can pinpoint where you are, a timestamp location, because everything emits a Bluetooth signal. Your watch, if you got one, any type of watch, Apple Watch, Fitbit, whatever, Galaxy, all that, your Samsung, your phone emits, your earbuds emit, everything, even some of these newer cars emit a Bluetooth signal. So imagine when the mandatory implementation of the MOTB, or the injectable for the detectable, all of that will be factored in. So when the scriptures tell you he will ascend to the cloud and be like the Most High, because the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, meaning he sees all, knows all. He knows your heart. He knows every hair on your head. They want to be the gods of this realm. I mean, they kind of are at this point, but it was given. The earth was given to you. This was nothing that you earned. This was nothing that you fought for righteously. This is simply for our punishment. You are a hammer. You are a tool. But anyway, so we got, let's let these roll, and we'll definitely gonna dive into Ecclesiastes.
And I don't care about staying at a job long enough to retire. And I don't care about owning a house. And I don't care about starting a family. And I don't care about taxes. And I don't care about debt. At the end of the day, when we die, you can't take none of this material stuff with you. You can't take none of this debt. Shoot, somebody said you want to leave America to rack up all the debt you could possibly have and then just leave and never come back. I'm thinking about doing that. And it's nothing wrong with filing for bankruptcy. And it's nothing wrong. In credit score, no other countries has credit scores. I feel like I need my people to break out of that. Who gives a fuck about a credit score right now? Or debts and shit too. Who gives a fuck? I don't want to take out another credit card because I got debt. So fucking what? This country gonna fall apart real soon, any day now. Them debts ain't gonna matter when it ain't no country no more. Who cares about debts?
Them debts ain't gonna matter when it ain't no country no more. You got a point. You definitely got a point. But here's the thing about not having understanding. When I say, and that's where I got that Proverbs 4 and 7, when it says, when all thy getting, get understanding. Wisdom is the principal thing. And the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. You don't get away. If you're a Jake, you think, if you're not in this true hell, if I didn't know anything, I would have left a long time ago. I'd have been living a life in Thailand, fighting, drinking, and fucking. But, hey, the Lord's got other plans, and I'm cool with that. I am happy where I'm at. All right, are we vexed at times? Yes, but I wouldn't trade this truth. I wouldn't trade knowing who I am, and I wouldn't trade my heritage for anything. And I pray that the Lord keeps that spirit on me and you, if you are listening sincerely, or preaching and teaching, whatever you may do, whatever you're doing. I pray that he never removes his spirit off of you, and you understand the gravity of of this gift that has been given to us.
The United States government is billions of dollars in debt. They steal our money all the fucking time. These people be having billions and millions of dollars in debt. They go take out a business and they take out loans to bail them out. And then I was telling my mom about it. I don't feel bad about taking out a credit card or a loan. This motherfucking country been robbing me blind, robbed our ancestors blind. I don't care about debt. I don't care about starting a family. I don't care about a house. I don't care about none of that shit. I care about being happy and be able to feed myself and having a roof over my head up until I leave America. I care about being happy and having some friends and having some lovers. I care about actually smiling and being fucking happy in this fucking earth and not waking up dreading to wake up.
When the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Ain't that what it say? Huh? And again, if you operate out of wisdom, you know it's not a really good idea to just rack up a bunch of debt and try to leave, because, depending on how much you do, you may not be able to. There are checks that come. They are when I say checks, I mean like there are things on a checklist that these folks look at when you leave the country. So I guess do your research. If you're not in the truth, do your research on what countries ain't paying attention. You might got to take off on foot, right? So anyway, this is the words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem, King Solomon, the wisest man to ever live. And basically what he is saying is what this woman was talking about. Vanity of vanity, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. What profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? Our one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. And that's another thing. All right, when people talk about the end of the world, it simply is an end of an age. Okay, don't let these so-called white tea, you might tell you that the end of the world means it all blows up just because they are not in charge. That means if they can't rule, that means everything is just gonna blow up. No. In fact, the earth will be restored. The air quality, the water, the grass, all the things, right? Everything will be restored. Because whether you know it or not, the world changed. 1945, when they dropped those bombs, everything has been, sprinkled or peppered lightly with radiation, even in the air, even your materials. We, organic human or organic life, we have biologically changed since then. And who's the only motherfucker to do it? Who did it? Exactly. And they gonna do it again. But this time, right, Yahushua's on his way back, and you gotta be clear. I understand. Like, outside looking in, this is a crazy thing to believe. And I'm just gonna say it trivially as an unbeliever would say it. And to believe that some alien race that looks like you, that looks like a so-called black man, they're going to come out of the sky and they're going to save you. And your only job is to preach the Bible, teach, and believe, you believe, and, operate accordingly. And there's a sky daddy coming to save you. All right, you have to be a little bit crazy. And that's okay. Right? Fuck what these people think. These are all dead men walking. Fuck them. Now, that doesn't mean you're supposed to be walking up and work with fringes on, talking about F the white man. Like, no, just operate in a little, have a little tact. Exercise wisdom, use your scruples, right? Because you are still behind enemy lines. There will be plenty of time for you to stand bold. There will be plenty of opportunities when the Lord says so for all of us to stand bold, right? Especially when it comes to the main one with that implementation. So I want to read 18. Let's see. For in much wisdom is much grief. That is true. And he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. So you will have ups and downs. And even what that girl was talking about, we all feel it, right? And that's a part of the sorrow. That is a part of our punishment. The thing is, we have the spirit, we have the understanding. We understand that this is supposed to happen. These are things we're supposed to feel. These are things we're supposed to go through. While in the meantime, people without understanding, without the gift, they think that they are going to escape whatever this is. Or that they can vote their way, or even worse, they think that they can vote their way out of it. why? And I'm sorry for cussing so much because I'm so sick of stupidity. Why in the fuck you think you're gonna vote your way out of something when the system is designed for you to pick out of the two? Propaganda. All of this was designed. Okay. Anyway, so with that being said, I truly pray that you were edified. This was meant to be something real quick, during the week, quick hit. Keep your head on the swivel, but also keep your head raised. Right? You are, the Lord loves you, and if you are being chastised, be humble, be cheerful while you're in the lowest state. Okay, and we just keep praying and keep believing, and the Lord will provide. He's done it for me. There's so many examples that I can give, but live your life and create your own instances of faith where you can look back on and say, Yahweh did it. Yahweh Bashim El Shai did it before you, do it again. All right, with that, shalom.